Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. It's me, Becky. Tonight, I want to do a little different podcast. Last episode, you all learned a little bit more about my background and a little bit about me and the experiences that I've had and everything else. Tonight, I think I want to do a little bit of vocab. So put on your thinking caps, get out your notebooks, get out your dictionaries, because tonight we're going to learn descriptions and definitions of words that not everyone has even heard before, much less know what they mean. And that includes myself. So tonight, when I was planning this episode, I said to myself, do you even know the definitions of some of these topics that you're going to talk about? Fuck no. I'm just as uneducated as the rest of you. But I want to talk about it. I want to learn. So let's learn together. So tonight's episode, guys, is dirty vocab. So let's get right into it. BDSM. I didn't know a whole lot about it. I tried to figure out what it all meant. I was extremely wrong. Bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism. BDSM. Some people add dominance and submission into the D section of that. Maybe that's the only place that they can find dominance and submission to live. I don't know. Anyway, bondage, the dictionary says it's a state of being bound, usually by compulsion, involving physical restraint of a partner. So, literally being tied up, rope, handcuffs, something of that nature. Discipline. Control gained by enforcing obedience or order. Smack my ass like that. Yep, like that. Keep going. Smack my ass like that. No, I guess that's not right. Discipline. Control gained by enforcing obedience or order. Oh. That would be more like if you stop, I'm going to do A, B, or C. Or I'm going to take away A, B, or C. It's discipline. If you stop now, we won't fuck for a week. Example, right? Sadism. The sexual gratification from infliction of physical pain or humiliation of another person. On another person. So sadism is someone inflicting pain on you and happy about it. Gratifying, it's sexy, it turns them on. So as your dominant is whipping your dom is whipping your ass with a leather paddle or a leather whip, he's actually turned on by it. He is smiling real big, maybe even giggling. He gets really hard, his dick is hard as a rock, and the more that he does it, some people can actually come from inflicting pain on someone else. That's not me. I don't think inflicting pain on someone is hot. I am more torture kind of girl. Like, I would rather suck your dick to where you're about to come, then stop, and then go back. Suck your dick some more, get you really fucking close, and then stop. To me, that's fun. I don't think that is sadism. I mean, unless it's humiliating to the guy, then it might classify as sadism. I don't know. See, I'm just as clueless as everyone else. Masochism or mesa, or whatever, however you pronounce that word, yep, you got it. Sexual gratification from being subject to physical pain or humiliation on oneself or another person. From being subject to it. So this would be the description or the label of the person on the other end of the act. The other partner with the sadism person. So I guess in a situation where it's a male and a female, the sadist is smacking her ass with a leather paddle. She's a masochism because she's accepting it. She wants it. So that's where those two very annoying words come from. So one is giving and one is the receiving. One is the giver and one is the receiver of physical pain and humiliation. So, and the receiver enjoys it. If not, then they're not a masochist. If they just take it, they're not a masochist. If they get gratification from receiving that type of behaviors, then they are a masochist. So it's very there's a lot of thin lines in all this shit. Like, it's not just black and white, you guys. It's black, white, gray, two-tone gray. There's a lot of layers and details and different varieties of different things. But I just barely broke the iceberg with BDSM. And so I have personally been tied up multiple times. I have had my ass spanked with a whip and a paddle, and I learned rather quickly that being tied up is not that enjoyable for me because I'm a control freak. Like, I feel like I have to be able to change position and change the situation whenever I want. Like, I have to be in control of that. Possibly if I was super relaxed and super hot or super high, I could do it. But now the dominant side of this the dominant and submission side of this. My last relationship, there was some name calling and some behavioral stuff, being told what to do and having punishments if I didn't. But the punishments were not real punishments. The punishments were, you don't get dick for a week if you don't do this, or I'm not going to finger you tomorrow and next week if you don't do this. It wasn't like physical pain punishment. It wasn't anything like that. But I have learned that through lots of thought processes that I think if I was approached by a dom, I would actually do it. I would seriously consider being a sub because of the amount I enjoyed being told what to do. And there's something about being called baby girl or having someone that just wants to satisfy you in any way, shape, or form, that will do anything to keep you as long as you do as you're told. And if you and your dom have a binding agreement, you just have to make sure that before you agree to an agreement that you know all the details of it. And again, if I was approached by a fine ass man who could really treat me well, I would be a sub because it's just very intriguing to me and it is hot. Very hot to me. But like I said, this man would have to be gorgeous. Because if I'm going to have some motherfucker telling me what to do and how to do it, motherfucker, you better be pretty on the eyes. And I am appreciative of my ex for that because I would have never known that I am comfortable being told what to do and being somebody's sub without that relationship. I also am appreciative of that relationship for other things, but that's a whole different episode. So until tomorrow, y'all, I'm going to bed. Thank you for listening. See ya.